Hello, welcome back. So today's video is going to be all about crystals for beginners. I'm going to start out with 3 and I'll be making a few more videos in this series just to go over some crystals that I would recommend for people just getting into crystals, or people, maybe you want to buy a gift for someone, or just kind of starting your crystal journey yourself, want to start in a good place. What I would recommend, what are good stones to start working with, what are some of the benefits of crystals, what do they do, that kind of thing. So the first 3 that I'm going to be talking to you about today are selenite, rose quartz, and black obsidian. Now these stones I think are very beginner friendly. I started with black obsidian and kind of built my collection from there, but these are what I would recommend kind of, gifting someone if you're just getting started. The first one I am going to talk about, make sure I have my talking points up and ready, is selenite. So selenite is a self-cleansing crystal. It comes in many different shapes, forms. So this is just one that I have off the bat in front of me, but it does come a lot in wands, everything like that. I will show you a wand as well. So this is what I use for my crystal bracelets. You can see I do have this on a selenite wand. So what I mean by a self-charging crystal, so usually in the crystal world, you will hear a lot of people talk about charging your crystals, making sure that there is good energy, good vibes, if you will, around your crystals, because crystals do carry a certain energy in them, and you want to make sure that you're charging them regularly and cleansing them regularly. So selenite is a really good stone to help with that, because again, it is self-charging, self-cleansing, so it is a good beginner crystal for that reason. It is used for energy cleansing, mental clarity, spiritual connection, and protection. So it is really used heavily to help clear negative energy from other crystals, spaces, and oneself. It does help to promote peace and open the crown and higher chakras. It's used with meditation to help achieve spiritual guidance and a sense of calm. So I do have a video on my TikTok page about selenite in general, just a deep dive into selenite, kind of its properties, everything like that. But it is kind of meant to be like a sunlight in a crystal form. You can kind of see how it reflects in the light. Very beautiful reflectiveness to it. It is a really soft crystal. I know it is still like a crystal, it's a rock, so you would assume it would be, pretty hard, pretty heavy, which it is for sure, but it is a very soft crystal on the Mohs hardness scale, which is how people usually gauge the hardness of stones. And again, I have that more in my kind of deep dive into selenite, but it is kind of a softer stone. It has the unique ability to cleanse and recharge other gemstones, restoring them to their natural states. It helps to cleanse areas of stagnant or negative energy, promoting a peaceful environment. So a really good one to have just in your room, in your kitchen, by your door in your house. It really just helps to cleanse out any bad energy, especially, in the more haunted places. We won't get into that too much, but it just helps to cleanse body, mind, and spirit. Helps with emotional cleansing as well. Helps to enhance spiritual connection. Again, really used a lot in meditation, and it helps to actually strengthen memory if you choose to work with it in a particular way. The next stone I will be covering is rose quartz. Quick little backstory on rose quartz. I remember very specifically and very clearly being like 8 or 9 years old, being with my mom, and we were shopping at a mall and going into, I think it was like a Coldwater Creek, oddly enough, and I remember seeing like a little jar of crystals that they had at the front of the store, and I remember, this isn't the exact one, but I have this because of that core memory as a child. They had these little heart crystal shapes at the front of the store in this little display, and I remember so clearly just like looking to my mom and being like, I want this one, and it was a heart-shaped rose quartz. So I have really been attached to rose quartz for a very long time. Just have, again, that really fun core memory of just like looking at it and being like, ooh, at 8 years old. It's kind of wild, but it is the January birthstone. It is believed to help emotional healing and promoting love, compassion, and self-worth. So really a good stone if you are looking for any of those. It also is just really pretty. And for a really long time, I didn't buy rose quartz because I was like, ooh, it's pink and it's girly and I don't know. But then I started buying a few more pieces here and there and really using it to help work on the self-worth aspect of everything. And I think just generally focusing on self-worth and, you know, being in a better like headspace and using meditation as a practice to help with that has really improved that. But, you know, I think rose quartz just generally has helped to bring back my love for pink and just be more in tune with the feminine side of things, which is always a good thing. But it is beautiful, and it is commonly called the love stone, believed to open the heart chakra and foster unconditional love, compassion, and forgiveness. It helps to aid in emotional healing, so it may help release emotional blockages and can be used to balance emotional health, which again kind of comes with the territory of, you know, being in line with your emotions, being a more mature adult, being able to, you know, feel your emotions fully and being able to, you know, just focus on yourself a little bit more and realize your self-worth, your self-confidence. If you're looking for that, this stone might be a good one for you to work with in meditative processes. Also a really good one to give to people as well, because again, it is very beginner friendly and it is one of those ones that is a very commonly recognized stone. So if you give someone, you know, a pink tower, they're going to be like, oh, I probably know what that is, you know, which is great. So it does help promote relaxation. It is a very gentle energy that helps to reduce stress and just bring a general sense of calm. It can help with meditation, worn as jewelry, and found in skincare products as well. I'm sure we've all seen the rose quartz jade rollers or just face rollers, but really, really beautiful energy to work with if you're looking for just some more kind of emotional peace and stability. You heard nothing! The last stone I'm going to be talking about in this video is Black Obsidian. So I would highly recommend Black Obsidian for anyone starting their crystal journey or looking to get into crystals. This is actually one of the first pieces that I bought at one of my favorite rock shops in Colorado. I love this piece so much. So black crystals are just generally known to be good for being negative energy cleansers. I think black is a really good cleansing energy just generally. So if you look at Black Obsidian, if you look at tourmaline, very good pieces that are going to help just cleanse any negative energy from your space. This is known, Obsidian in general is known as the psychic vacuum cleanser. So helps get rid of the junk and cleanses all negativity out of your auric field. Again, a really good crystal to put by your door as well, because it does help to kind of just cleanse the space in your home as well. And really good to get by the door because it just helps protect your energy, especially in such a space that you would expect to be, you know, comforting and private and have just the relaxing of knowing that your space is good and clear of any negative wild stuff. So to read just a little bit to you more about Black Obsidian, it does help with, ooh, my notes are gone. It is used for protection, grounding, and emotional healing. Hello. I clearly need a little bit more caffeine here. It is used to help you stay centered, helps people connect to their roots, and cleanse emotional and psychic smog. So it is really good if you are in a job where you have people that might be a little bit more like gossipy or in an environment that's not great. You might wear a Black Obsidian bracelet to work just to protect your aura and your energy and to not get sucked into all that, which is kind of where that smog aspect comes in. It does work as a protective shield, so it does help protect against psychic attacks, negative energy, and emotional harm. Again, really helps to cleanse negative energy. The black is believed to absorb transmuting negative vibrations from your surrounding areas and auras. So really, again, just helps to keep that negative energy away from you. It helps to kind of just shield with that. It is believed that it helps to do that. I'm not saying if you get black obsidian, it's going to be the be all end all of, you know, protecting yourself and nothing is going to ever happen. But it is believed to help with the root and earth chakras, helping to provide a sense of security and grounding. Again, really going back to just being, you know, just grounded and helping to stand your ground a little bit. It can help center and stabilize you when you are feeling overwhelmed, scattered, or stressed. It does help with comfort and help protecting the process of letting go of difficult emotions, which again, most black crystals will help with that. And a lot of black crystals have those properties of protection and helping just with the grounding and the root chakras. So would highly recommend that for anything, if you were looking for anything like that. It also is used for divination and prophecy. So black obsidian is really good for scrying. It is polished. It is a very reflective surface, which was used by various cultures like the Maya for divination and scrying to get insight and to see into kind of any other realms. So if you are, you know, just beginning your journey with Reiki or anything like that, black obsidian is a really good one if you are looking to get into that aspect of the crystal realm as well. So those are my top 3 recommendations if you're looking to get into crystals, looking to buy crystals to add to your collection, or just looking as a good gift for someone who you know likes crystals. So I hope this video helps. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back with another one soon. See you in the next one.